यं शैवा समुपासते शिव इति ब्रह्मेति वेदान्तिनः बौद्धा बुद्ध इति प्रमाणपटवः कर्तेति नैयायिकाः अर्हन्नित्यथ जैनशासनरताः कर्मेति मीमांसकाः सोऽयं वो विदधातु वाञ्छितफलं त्रैलोक्यनाथो हरिः.
Why Samskrit? People have different reasons for learning Sanskrit. I want to connect to my roots and heritage. I want to understand the meaning of the shlokas that I recite every day. I want to study the Vedas, the scriptures. I have read a lot about the sheer genius of Kalidasa. I want to experience it firsthand. I'm always amazed when people speak fluently in Sanskrit. I want to do that. Or even Sanskrit is a subject in my school curriculum. I have no choice but to learn it. Now, those are all perfectly valid reasons for learning Sanskrit. I want to give you one more reason. You see, the word Sanskrit has two parts. The prefix sam, which is a prefix for anything good, right, for positive, and the root krit, which stands for done. So Samskrit means one that is done well, something that's designed well, something that's crafted well. So Sanskrit is a well done language according to its own name. And so if you believe it, and when you have something that is well done in front of you, wouldn't you want to experience it? If you had a cup of or a plate of well done potato curry in front of you, wouldn't you want to taste it? If there's a well done piece of art in a museum, wouldn't you want to go and see it? We like things that are well done. In fact, the world is filled with mediocre things. And so when you see something that is done well, it catches your attention. However, sometimes you have to experience it first before acknowledging that it's well done, or before enjoying it, or before getting hooked. You don't want to simply take other people's word for it. We want to taste it first before deeming it well done. And that's what we are here for, to sample Sanskrit, to verify that it's well done. Now, one might argue, well done is subjective. Someone who tastes the potato curry that I thought was very well done might say, it's okay, my grandmother used to make it better. That's true. It's possible that some of our tastes for languages are so refined and advanced that we find Sanskrit not so well done after all. But I think we would give the benefit of doubt to Sanskrit, right? Here's why. Sanskrit has withstood the test of time. When I watch some Tamil movie from the 70s, I think, I can't believe I used to love this movie, and I can't believe I watched it 10 times in the theater. It's not that good. Some things don't age well, but Sanskrit has aged extremely well over the last several thousand years. One could argue that too. One could say, what do you mean it has aged well? Hardly anyone uses the language in everyday life today. It's pretty much dead, like Greek or Latin. Therein lies the conundrum. Sure, the language can be well done, but in today's busy world, it seems like something has to be useful to be worthy of our pursuit. So we go one full circle and come back to why should one study Sanskrit? You may have a valid reason for it, but what reasons would you give a toddler, for example, a toddler who has no preferences, who doesn't know anything about Sanskrit? What reasons would you give a young mother that her toddler should learn Sanskrit? If there are teams looking for a project for week one, your team could do a video or an article on why Sanskrit should play an important role in the growth of a toddler. All of us would be extremely interested to see what you come up with. Namaste, learners. We have two small segments of content today. One for those who are new to Devanagari script, and another for all of us, including those who are new to Devanagari script. We will introduce the script slowly so that those who are unfamiliar will get a chance to learn it in small doses, and still not miss out on the rest of the material, but still have time to work on the rest of the material. So one important suggestion, I encourage everyone to practice saying things out loud, even when you are watching the video. Learning Sanskrit is easier and faster if you hear Sanskrit and speak Sanskrit. And by speaking, I mean using your voice and hearing yourself utter Sanskrit words. It may not be in complete sentences, it may not be in a conversation, but just hearing yourself speak, utter words. Don't feel shy. If doing so makes you feel shy or takes you out of your comfort zone, it's actually a good thing, I think. Sometimes we need to be at the border of our comfort zone, at the entrance of our warm comfort cave to realize and experience what's just outside the cave. So we will learn the Devanagari alphabet in 3 segments. This week we will learn vowels, then we will learn consonants and miscellaneous. Vowels are called swaras in Sanskrit. We shall learn the vowels by looking at them and saying them out loud. I'll say each letter once and you will repeat it 2 times. So that way you hear yourself say it 2 times. When you see the letters turning red, it means it's your turn to say it 2 times. All right, let's get started. Repeat after me. A, A, I, E, U, U, R, 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 A, I, O, Au. Now we will do 2 vowels at a time. A, A, I, E, U, U, R, R, L, A, I, O, Au. Now we will do 4 vowels at a time. A, A, I, E, U, U, R, R, L, A, I, O, Au. Now we will do all vowels. A, A, I, E, U, U, R, R, L, A, I, O, Au. Now we will do vowels as part of a word. A, Aham. A, Anana. I, Ibha. E, Isha. U, Upa. U, Una. R, Rina. R, Shatru. L, Kalru. A, Eka. I, Aina. O, Ogha. Au, Auda. Thank you. We will. Thank you. Thank you for practicing. I'll provide a link to a workbook that we will use to practice writing these letters. If you already have one, you can use it. But I think this free online PDF book is very well made. Please download it, make a copy, or I would say make 3 or 4 copies to practice multiple times. Please take the time to practice if the script is brand new to you, or if you can read the script only slowly, or if it has been years since you wrote any Sanskrit using pen and paper. Thank you. We are now going to learn our first set of Shabdas, or Sanskrit noun declensions. That sounds scary. And some learners do find it difficult because it might involve some amount of memorization. Those of us who have studied Sanskrit in school may remember Rama Shabdam or Rama Shabdam or Hari Shabdam, etc. For example, Ramaha Ramau Ramaha, Ramam Ramau Raman, and so on. We have to learn Shabdas too, because without knowing the Shabdas, our spoken Sanskrit will not be grammatically correct. But we will take a slightly different approach. We will first learn those Shabdas that help us construct more sentences and use them in a grammatically precise manner at the expense of maybe a limited vocabulary. So we will first learn how to use he, she, or I, the singular pronouns, and all the cases for those pronouns. So please take time to memorize those Shabdas. They are like multiplication tables. Memorization of critical and important Shabdas is an important element in mastering the Sanskrit language. Let's get started. Today we're going to learn our first set of Shabdas, or Sanskrit noun declensions. I know that sounds scary, and some learners do find it difficult because it might involve some amount of memorization. And those of us who have studied Sanskrit in school may remember Rama Shabdam, for example, or Rama Shabdam, or Hari Shabdam. Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramau, Raman, etc. We have to learn those Shabdams too, because without knowing Shabdas, our spoken Sanskrit won't be grammatically correct. But we will take a slightly different approach. What we will do is we'll first learn those Shabdas that help us construct more sentences and use them in grammatically precise way at the expense of perhaps limited vocabulary. And you'll see what I mean. So what we'll do is we'll first learn how to use pronouns correctly. He, she, I, and all its forms, all its cases and numbers. Do take time to memorize these shabdas that we're going to learn today. They are like multiplication tables. Memorization of critical shabdas is an important element of mastering the Sanskrit language. The shabdam for third person masculine pronoun cases is called tad shabdam. Dakarantaha pullingaha tad shabdaha. So this is how a shabdam table looks like. Every row is a case or vibhakti. We have prathama vibhakti, dvitiya, tritiya, and so on. And every column is a number or vachana. Okay. So, for example, the first column is ekavachanam or singular. The second column is dvivachanam or dual, which is unique in Sanskrit and does not exist in English. The third column is bahuvachanam or plural. So before delving into each of these forms and how they are used, let's read them aloud, line by line. The more we say things aloud, the faster we will learn. So in this particular exercise, I will say a line once. Please repeat the line 2 times. So for example, I will say Saha tau te. Then please repeat at roughly the same speed as me. Repeat it twice. Saha tau te, Saha tau te, and so on. Ready? Saha tau te, tam tau tan, tena tabhyam taihi, tasmai tabhyam tebhyah, tasmat tabhyam tebhyah, tasya tayoho tesham, tasmin tayoho teshu. Excellent. Now we will look deeper into all the cases for the singular form, ekavachan. The first prathama vibhakti in ekavachanam is saha, he in English, and avan in Tamil. The nominative case, or more commonly called in English as the subject. For example, Saha pashyati. He sees. Please repeat 2 times. Saha pashyati. The second case is the accusative case or the direct object in English. Tam, him in English. Avanai in Tamil. Tam. Saha tam pashyati. He sees him. In this sentence, the person who sees is Saha, the subject, and the person who is being seen is Tam, the object, the accusative object. Please repeat 2 times. Saha tam pashyati. Next we have the instrumental case. Tena. A common use of tena is in combination with the word saha, along with saha. Saha tena saha gacchati. He, saha, gacchati, goes, tena saha, along with him. He goes along with him. Avan, avanodu selgiran in Tamil. Please repeat 2 times. Saha tena saha gacchati. Next we have the dative case. Tasmai. To him. Avanukku. Tasmai namaha. We see this in many shlokas. Salutations to him. Avanukku vanakkam in Tamil. Next we have the ablative case. Tasmat. From him. Tasmat saha samskritam pathati. He learns Sanskrit from him. Avan avanidamirundu Sanskritam payilgiran. Please repeat twice. Tasmat saha samskritam pathati. There's one additional point to be made here. The word tasmat is also used in a different context as a short form for tasmat karanat, meaning therefore. So the word the sentence tasmat saha samskritam pathati could also mean therefore he is learning Sanskrit. But in our particular context, we are using it as he learns Sanskrit from him. Actually, we can technically say tasmat saha samskritam pathati and show off our Sanskrit skills. Alright, let's move on. Next is possessive case. Tasya, his. Avanudaya or avanadu. Tasya nama Ramaha. His name is Rama. Avanadu peyar Rama. Please repeat 2 times. Tasya nama Ramaha. Finally, we have the locative case, tasmin, in him. In Tamil, avanidam or avanmel. Tasmin mama vishwasaha asti. I have faith in him. அவனிடம் எனக்கு நம்பிக்கை இருக்கிறது. Please repeat 2 times. தஸ்மின் மம விஸ்வாசः अस्ति. Okay. Moving on to the pronoun she. दकारान्तः स्त्रीलिङ्गः तद् शब्दः. The entire shabdam is listed here. Just like last time, we will go over the entire table once. Please repeat after me 2 times. Sa, te, taha. Tam, te, taha. तया ताभ्यां ताभिः तस्यै ताभ्यां ताभ्यः तस्याः ताभ्यां ताभ्यः तस्याः तयोः तासां तस्यां तयोः तासु. So the construction of sentences for Strilinga will follow exactly along the same lines as the Pullinga Shabdam. I will leave the creation of the Sanskrit and English sentences as an exercise for you. Let's move on. The pronoun I. Dakarantaha trishu lingeshu samana rupaha asmat shabdaha. The entire table looks like this. As usual, I will say it once and please repeat 2 times. Aham, avam, vayam. Mam, ma, avam, nau, asman, naha. In this case, there are 2 equivalent type of Dvitiya Vibhakti, mam or ma, avam or nau, asman or naha. But while memorizing, we will say each form one after the other. Maya, avabhyam, asmabhihi. Mahyam, me, avabhyam, nau, asmabhyam, naha. Mat, avabhyam, asmat. Mama, me, avayoho, nau, asmabhyam, naha. Mayi, avayoho, asmasu. Just like for Strilinga, Tad Shabdaha, we will leave the completion of the creation of Sanskrit and English sentences as an exercise for you. Okay, there we have it. In this table, we have the ekavachanams of all pullinga tadu, strilinga tadu, and asmat shabdas in a single table. All 7 forms. Here's a possible project for some teams out there for this week. Use these 7 times 3 or 21 forms of pronouns and create 50 simple sentences using verbs of your choice. 50 sentences, both English and Sanskrit, like we did earlier. Each sentence should have at least 2 pronouns from the list above. That's roughly 10 sentences per learner in a team, which is not too bad. But presentation is also important. You have to present it in such a way that it's useful for others, other learners in other teams, and also easily digestible by other teams. You can present it live this weekend with all of you making a conversation perhaps out of those 50, or you can make a play, for example, referring to one another using only pronouns, or you could make a 5-minute video or an audio file. Anything is okay. Even a PDF document is okay as long as it's clear, but it's the last choice. Okay, so here are possible projects for week 1. The projects can be in any of the following forms. It can be a live presentation. Um, uh, the time limit is approximately 5 minutes for any of these. So it can be a 5-minute live presentation by your team during one of the weekend sessions, the upcoming weekend sessions. It can be a 5-minute video presentation in the sense that you can prepare the video ahead of time and show it in the session, in the weekend session. Can be a 5-minute audio presentation. It can also be in a written PDF form, perhaps with images, etc., that is suitable for a blog, where the reader has 5 minutes to read it. Again, the thumb rule for any of these is 5 minutes. Okay, let's start with the project ideas. So the first idea, as I said in an earlier segment of this video, create content on the topic, why should every child learn Sanskrit growing up? Again, it can be video, audio, PDF, your preference. That's the first idea. Second idea, go back to my presentation on Tad Shabdam. Okay, Ekavachanam. This is what I presented, where I explained each with an example sentence in Sanskrit, English, and sometimes even Tamil. Your team can take any Shabda that we covered today, one that began with Saha or Sa or Aham, and create a presentation along similar lines. So for example, you can pick Asmat Shabdam Bahuvachanam, for example, that begins with Vayam, or Tad Strilingam Dvivachanam, for example, that begins with Te, your choice. Okay, just follow the same along similar lines. You can create sentences in Sanskrit, English, and any other language of your choice. And as usual, the final deliverable can be in any form. That's idea number 2. Idea number 3 is make a Shabdam video, like a music video. Okay, where again 5-minute limit, where your team members are all chanting one Shabdam. Okay, take one of the 3 Shabdas that we created today, or any other Shabdam if you are adventurous, and create a video or audio or live presentation of the entire team members, all the team members chanting the Shabda, maybe at various speeds, okay, maybe taking turns. The presentation, for example, can switch from learners chanting one line each in series, or even one word, if you will, to chanting, everyone chanting in chorus. It should be entertaining to watch and useful to the listener, to the point where they can watch it again and again just to learn that Shabda. Okay, that should be the goal. We should enjoy making it, people should enjoy listening to it, but there should also be a learning aspect to it. You can go wild and add background music, you can rap to it, you can dance to it, use your imagination. Okay, so that's the Shabdam video, idea number 3. Idea number 4 is create 20 sentences. Before I said 10, I think 10 is a little too less. 20 sentences from 24 noun forms that we saw previously. These 7 times 3 pronoun forms. Okay, so you can, so each sentence should have at least 2 of those pronouns each, and present it to class in any of the forms, video, audio, PDF, anything is okay, with educational content. Okay, it should be interesting and useful. Okay, that is idea number 4. So idea number 5 is use the ekavachanam in the Pullinga Shabda, Asmat, not Pullinga, Asmat Shabdam. Okay, Aham, Avam, Vayam. Okay, so take Aham, Mam, Mayi, Mama, Maya, okay, Mahyam. So take the Ekavachanams and find 5 verses from the Gita having those words, at least one word. Okay, and find its meaning, research its meaning. If you need help finding online sites, good online sites that have good explanation for Gita, let me know. You can probably find it yourself, or ask one of the team members, or post a message in your house group. These are all various resources that are available to you. Find 5 verses, research its meaning, present the meaning in an interesting fashion to the group, to our learning community in one of the weekend sessions. That's idea number 5. So idea number 6 is make a 5-minute skit. Okay, this is a complete conversational skit using, I will give you a link containing 1000 sample conversational sentences. Okay, you can use any of those sentences as guidelines, make an interesting skit, okay, with some storyline, something funny, something interesting, something can be serious, but again the key is you should enjoy making it and people should enjoy watching it and should learn something from it. That's idea number 6, is create a 5-minute skit using the 1000 sample conversational sentences. That's number 6. Number 7 is copy Dr. Uma Maheshwari. What I mean by that is go back and watch Dr. Uma Maheshwari's narration of the Krishna story in the opening ceremony video. Then recreate that, clone that using your team members. Okay, recreate the entire narration in video using your team members. Okay, if you want you can keep it to audio, but you should tell the story like her, similar to her. Tell her story. You can take turns. One of you can start and the other pen can pick up, or two of you can be on the same screen. Your imagination, again, present it in a way that is interesting to watch and entertaining and educational as well. Okay, that's idea number 7. Idea number 8 is really any other project. Okay, any other project of the same magnitude as the previous 7, the same scope, Okay, it shouldn't be too difficult, it shouldn't be too easy. Keeping in mind the 5-minute presentation guideline. But please run it by me before beginning to work on it. I just need to make sure that it's not too easy or too hard. Otherwise, any project is okay. Good luck. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.